Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with episode 10 of my money making series. Basically in this series I go and I showcase a ton of different money making methods in the game. This one that I'll be doing today is around 1.2 to 1.3 mil per hour, I believe. It isn't the best I've uploaded, but it has pretty low requirements and it is very RNG heavy, so you can get really lucky or really unlucky with this. So if you're feeling like you want to test out your luck a little bit, you can go ahead, try out this method and see if it works for you. Basically, the requirements for this method are very minuscule. I personally have 58 thieving. 51, I would believe, would be around the lowest that I would go, but you could do it with 41. However, 51's the lowest I would do it with. Anything higher than that is definitely helpful and will increase your GP per hour by a little bit. Nothing too significant, but it'll definitely help you out. So from there, we are doing the Ferrous Scepter method, as I have mentioned previously. Basically, you're going to be going through Pyramid Plunder and trying to find Pharaoh Scepters. So, the gear that you're going to want, personally, I have a hit points cape and a regen bracelet. You're going to want things that boost back your HP. The regen bracelet and hit points cape, if I wear them both, means that I heal once every 15 seconds. I heal 1 HP, so there's no point of me using rapid heal, as I will not be stacking rapid heal along with those, as you cannot, it just won't let you do that. It won't let you stack 3 of those things. So you can do any combination of, you could do rapid heal and a hit points cape, you could do rapid heal and a regen bracelet, I believe would be the most viable option and the most accessible, but that's up to you. If you end up going about the rapid heal method, basically what you're going to want to do is pretty much bring prayer boosting equipment, like an ancient rope top and legs. You're going to want to steal some sort of book, and that's about it. Personally, I end up using 1 prayer every 30 seconds, so, I mean, with full prayer points, I could last on a trip for 45 minutes, and that's without even using my food, so I'd be pretty well off. Also, on top of that, you're going to want to go ahead and have a DDS or some sort of weapon, because there are scarabs in here, which will prevent you from searching the other things in the room, which is going to be detrimental to your GP per hour. So personally, I always keep the spec on and auto-retaliate off. You could also have piety up here or some sort of prayer that increases melee as a quick prayer, and go ahead and use that whenever you go to spec a scarab. So from there, what are you going to need in your inventory? Just a Pharaoh Scepter, and I would recommend keeping 12 spaces open so that you are able to recharge your Pharaoh Scepter, and I'll go more into that as we move on. Alright, so from there, I'm going to go ahead and show you basically what you're going to want to do, and then I'll get into a little more of the calculation side and how I came about finding the GP per hour for this method. So once you have all of the gear and everything that you're going to need, you're going to want to use your Pharaoh Scepter. Just left click it and just click whatever the first option is. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Then from there, you'll be at the mummy. So once at the mummy, you'll either want to talk to him if you've never done Pyramid Plunder before, or if you have, go ahead and do start minigame and get right into it. So from there, you'll be entered in the first room. Past the spear traps, go ahead and just try to navigate those yourself. You may fail sometimes, however, right here I got lucky enough to pass through. So here, this is the grand gold chest. You're going to want to go ahead and search that, but first search the sarcophagus. Basically because the scarabs are a lot harder to deal with in every room, so ideally you'd want to search this first, because you can search this while a mummy is attacking you, like that one is there. If the scarabs get on you though, you have no chance. This is the example of the first room. You're then going to want to go on and look through all of these corner doors and try to find the room that leads into the next room. So once you have found that, you'll be entered into the next room and repeat the process until you get to a room that you have the level required by a factor of 10. So if one room requires 61 and you're at 65 thieving, you won't be able to go into the next room. So once you realize that and once you search both of them, go ahead and just exit through the leave tomb door like I will do here in a second. So from here, go ahead and press quick leave. Personally, I'm just doing this early just to demonstrate. Once out of the pyramid, you're going to want to go ahead and click on the Pharaoh Scepter again. This will be the most useful way of constantly making money and making this faster. So from there, go ahead and start up your minigame again. One more thing that I should mention is this Pharaoh Scepter will run out of charges after 3 uses. What you're going to want to do, and why I have all these inventory spaces open, is because you're going to want to fill them with stone items. Once you get 12 stone items, you can recharge this scepter by talking to him before you go into the minigame. You can also do this with 6 gold or 24 pottery, or I think it's 24 pottery ones. The gold are obviously the easiest to do it with, but you don't get them as often, so that's why I do it with stone. Alright, so that is it for the guide part of this video, so if that was helpful, feel free to leave a like. If you guys want to stick around to know actually how I figured out how much money per hour this was, go ahead and stick around with me for a second while I explain that. So basically, if once upon looking this up, you'll find that the gold chest and the sarcophagus both have a 1 in 1k chance of being able to drop you a pharaoh scepter. Now it comes with the added information that is as long as a mummy or a swarm does not appear out of the sarcophagus or chest. So it isn't necessarily too easy to figure out, so I had to do about 100, not 100 runs, but I opened up about 100 chests in total. And basically what I found is there is a 16 out of 52 chance of there actually being something that hops out at you, which is about a 30% chance. So from there, I ended up finding that you would actually have to find in total, or at least search, 1.428, so 1428 chests in total to actually be on average of finding a pharaoh scepter. So with that, I kind of calculated with 91 thieving how much you'd be able to find, and by 58 how much you'd be able to find. This is purely based on the fact that you don't have to restart your run every 4 doors instead, or every 4 rooms. Instead, it's every 8 rooms. So that's how that changes. Also, on top of that, from what I read, the higher level you go in the rooms, the less likely you are to have a swarm or mummy pop out. Personally, I couldn't test that because I don't have 91 thieving, and I wasn't going to get 91 thieving purely to have the exact right amount of GP per hour that you can make. So with 58 thieving, you can end up making about 1.1 mil per hour, as you'll have to be here for about 7 hours on average to find a pharaoh scepter. Now with 91 thieving, you should be making about 1.2 mil per hour, as you will be here for 6.6 hours on average to find a pharaoh scepter. So hope that was helpful for you guys. Hope that kind of explains how I came about finding that GP per hour. If this video was helpful in any way, shape, or form, feel free to hit that like button. If you guys want to see more of my content in the future, hit the sub button. It would be much appreciated. Definitely helps out the channel. If you guys want to know more about me, hit up the Twitter. And yeah, other than that, I mean, you guys got anything to tell me, leave it down below. But other than that, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and peace. Had a lot of fun making this video, definitely.